thumbs up. Hey man, how you doing? Alright, it's 10 o'clock, let's get it done. So this is Valiant. It's very good, I like it a lot. You'll notice the pistol is different. Fires a lot faster. That's because the pistol in the original games is a pile of wank. And so the guy that made it wanted to change it so it was less of a pile of wank. And so you could actually kill things with it, like these new upgraded imps. Because these imps would be almost fucking impossible to kill if you did not have this pistol. Hello friends. And so you use it for a little bit of the start of the game. Don't do it, Craig. Never reset your password. You'll forget it again because you're an old man. Should be okay. I'm not dropping any frames. It's only 720p, but yeah, so this is Valiant. It's made by a guy called Paul, and I can't pronounce his second name, so I'm not going to try. I tried it last night, it didn't go very well. He also made Lunatic that I streamed last night. You can go look at that if you are of the persuasion. Lunatic is, I would say, as good as this, but it's only 5 maps, whereas this is as good as Lunatic is, but across way more than 5 maps. There's something to my left. There's something all over the place. I'm also not particularly great at Doom, but I should be good enough to get through at least some of this on Ultraviolence this evening, and I'm also going to save scum like an absolute scumbag, which will help. And also I know where some of the secrets are, and I can look up, which is kind of hacks. Can't jump though. Now, the first time I did this, I didn't come out here until long, get punched in the face. Until after I'd already beaten all these guys. So this is the first time I did this area from that angle. Oh, I got wrecked by one of these imp guys. So I don't actually know if he changed the imps, or if it's just a model change. As far as I know, it's just a skin change to make them look a bit weirder. But they might also have a bit more health or do a bit more damage, I'm not positive. Yes, sound effects. I haven't played Doom with sound in like fucking forever. I do play BTSX. But I want to stream this because I talked about it twice. I should probably stream it like at some point where somebody who runs the Vice Twitter channel is like awake, so they can retweet me mentioning them, but that would be far too much planning for me. Oh, they don't drop it, do they? So they Paul upgraded the chain gun in this game, but he upgraded it so much that he needed to make it so the chain gunners didn't drop that chain gun, because like he didn't want to give it to you too early. I assume, I didn't actually ask him, but I assume that's the reason why I did it. Also, he didn't want to equip them with it, I expect. Fucking hell. He did not upgrade the rocket launcher, because the rocket launcher does not need upgrading. Didn't drop any frames there, but my game did lag. So yesterday when I was streaming, my computer did just shut itself down, but I think it's because the plug was dodgy, which I've now fixed, I think. So hopefully that was the reason, and it wasn't because I was streaming. No, I don't have a secret counter unless I do that. I have like the perfect setup in my other stream setup, but when I was streaming on it yesterday, sorry, my other Doom setup, when I was streaming on it yesterday, it didn't have music. And when I tried to set it back on, it did not work. So I'm not quite used to exactly how the UI works on this, and I can't be asked to fix it, because there's about a billion UI options in Doom ports. Oh, they're all behind the things! Is all the secrets? Yes, it is. Well done, me. Yeah, so usually I have all my ammo is listed in the bottom right, like all my ammo for my different guns. And listen, Christ, probably went back too far now. Oh yeah, there's this invisibility sphere. Probably should have used that when I made all the men spawn. But I think if I run over here, I will make more men spawn. So because I'm invisible, if people haven't played Doom, they can't see you as well, so they miss a lot more. And if they miss a lot more, that means they hit their friends more. If they hit their friends more, they instigate infighting more, which is the best thing about Doom, which means they'll kill each other instead of me, which I vastly prefer, obviously. Thankfully this chain gunner decided not to hit me, I expect, because of all this stealth I have. Correct. I even have the blue key? I don't remember. Oh, it's over here. Hello, blue key! Hello, shitloads of enemies. Oh god. That guy needs one of these! Uh-oh. I'm gonna take a hit here. Christ. The Archvile, which that guy was, is probably my favourite enemy in all of video games. It's certainly the best designed, quote-unquote, as in the most annoying to fight and with the most frustrating number of abilities. Cool. It is similar in the amount of counting you do, kiting you do, but things in Doom die. I guess it's about the same as Doom 3, actually. Diablo 3 even. I suppose the main difference is obviously the point of view. We'll check how many enemies there are. I like to use it to judge how many, how big a level's going to be, basically. Unsurprisingly. Is it behind the waterfall again? It is not. What I really want here is the minigun. I have not yet been given. God damn it. Let's try this. There we go. Obviously this pistol still does not do very much damage. It's like less than the original minigun did, but it's actually at all usable, which is the difference between it and the one in base Doom. Where I think I like it more than the chainsaw, because I think the chainsaw's pretty shit, but it's still quite bad. Ooh. Give me these things. Die, you scumbags. So I think these demons that Paul put in, they move faster than the ones do in normal Doom. But they, like, that's the only change he made, and he says he still doesn't really like them. He usually used them as just like walls of meat to grind through, and he feels like that's the way most WADs use them, and he can't really come up with a better way of, something more interesting to do, basically. Even though he'd like to. Can I dash over there? Probably, if I don't fuck it up. This is the first time I played this with the music, and it was a mistake not to do it the first time. I don't know, I'd say this was far more fully formed than your average early access game. Man, I am missing the minigun so much, holy crap. This isn't quite as bad as going from Valiant to other WADs that have the minigun, but it's... Why can I not hit that from there? So I did mention these in my article. Okay, looks like I've got closer. Or I've already activated it. Possibly already. Yes, I have already activated it. They're just like these little switches. So all the switches in Doom can be programmed to be shot, but Paul put in like specific textures for them so that you knew you had to shoot them, and then put one on every level. Anyway, here's the machine gun, and in this game, as you can see, it is an absolute fucking kill fest. I love it so much. Like, one of the first things I wanted to ask him was just like why he did what he did with the minigun. And he pretty much just said because it wasn't good enough, which is true. And I wanted to make it like the equal of other really good guns. And he's just like succeeded so well there. It's obscene. Hello. And so, like, to deal with the fact that he buffed it to fire twice as fast, he had to change how many bullets you get when you pick stuff up and so on. So it's got like twice the maximum number of shots, and you get twice the amount of bullets every time you pick up a bullet supply. Ow. It is not a be-all and end-all, admittedly. The rocket launcher is still a lot of use. Obviously the BFG is pretty good. I really, really hate Revenants so much. Because of bullshit like that. Lol, you're too tall. Oh. There we go. Right, that lowered the yellow key, which I want to go pick up. I'm not going to save, even though I have a low amount of health, because I don't want to die and have to repeat a lot of area. Oh, hello. Die, lol! I don't think he actually buffed how much damage it does, like per shot. But obviously he upped the DPS by, 2 times. That was a mistake that I got away with. See, that time I didn't get away with it. I don't know. I can't help you there. It's possible that I've reached some kind of Twitch limit on the number of people I'm allowed to have watching me due to how many people I usually have watching me, but I doubt it, because I think I've reached about 5. But I don't have any drop frames, which as far as I know means there's nothing I can do from my end. And obviously you probably can't tell any of this because I'm explaining it in the stream that you said you can't watch. But what they taught me at streaming camp was to never stop talking, even when I had nothing to say. And even when I was dying to stupid shit like a moron. Right, we're going in slow with the shotgun, that's what we're doing. Oh my god, I hate Revenants so much. Holy shit. Ow. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. I don't want to save. This may not be a winnable position that I'd put myself in. Cool. Man, Doom's so much easier with the sound on. I was saying this yesterday. Oh my god. I'm so mad. So mad. Holy shit. Alright. Here we go again. Is there more health somewhere? No. Oh dear. It's like, I don't know if Revenants have a randomised amount of tracking they do, or if it's just sometimes they track and sometimes they don't. Like, I know that sometimes they track and sometimes they don't, like that one didn't track me at all. But sometimes they seem to, like, decide, oh, this time I'm going to track this much, and this time I'm going to track this much, and you have no control over that. And so I think I've dodged it, and then it'll just, like, do a fucking 180. 360 no-scope me. Alright, this time I'm going to save, because I don't want to do that again. So thankfully the first WAD I played when I came back to Doom taught me about strafe running. I knew what it was, because I'd seen people do it, but I didn't know like why you would do it, like what situation you would do it in, or exactly how to do it. And basically you just press, like you just strafe and run forward at the same time, but I use it a lot to just transverse the environment, because it's faster, and Doom is entirely about speed, and it's usually quite boring when you're not killing anything. For example, right now when I'm searching for a switch. So I know there's a shootable switch somewhere here. You can get that plasma gun, and I'd like to get that plasma gun. I swear this one might be out of the environment somewhere, like above a ledge, out in the greenery bit. I always start a WAD being like, I'll get every secret this time, and then I do not get every secret, because it takes forever. Look how lovely the layout of this level is though, like, because that's where we started, that white cross, and you go all the way around, and there's that other bit you can go through to get like up to that bit that was over here, like that bit up there, which is where we picked up some health, I think. Like, speaking of health, there's some health over there. That's where we picked up another key, sorry. Oh, you idiot. Yay, okay, that's all I really wanted. 100 HP. Right, let's get it. I know there's another switch, at least I'm fairly sure it's a switch that gets you that. So this is where it actually teaches you about switches. Although it also spawns things behind you, because Paul is a bastard. No matter what great things I may have written about him. So, I haven't been playing WADs long. Like, I played Jerry's, I say Jerry's, he's part of the team that's making it, Adventures of Square, which is very cool, but it's very different. And I played a bunch of classic stuff. I need to play back to Saturn X, because it's, like, really, really well regarded. And then recently I got back into doing Brutal Doom for a little bit. I think the 20th update, that's pretty good. It's, like, fine. It's Brutal Doom. Like, you know what to expect when you play Brutal Doom. But this is very good, and I actually think Suspended into Dusk is very, very good. Which is like a really, really basic WAD that doesn't add anything. Just uses a bunch of really default Doom stuff. To the point where you can actually run it on default Doom. It doesn't even use any scripting or compatibility changes that the source mods use, like GZ Doom, which is the one I'm using. Fucking hell, I'll just kill myself. And that's going to be in a thing I've written about. I don't know when it will go up. It got sent to the editor during E3, and he was like, I will deal with this when I get back from E3, which was a completely fair thing to say, to be honest, because E3 is the busiest time of year. The most wonderful time of the year, you might even call it. Wow, this music is great. I don't know who did the music for the WAD. I expect it was a group of people. It always is. There's probably some stuff on the Doom wiki about it. They seem to have lists of all the stuff that people have done. It's why whenever I write about WADs, I usually don't write about the music in them, because I just don't play with the sound on. Because I find the bits of my brain that like to watch TV and the bits of my brain that like to play Doom are like put together. That's all of it. So when I play Doom and I watch TV, I just feel completely content while I'm doing that. Not always, until I die a lot in Doom, or the show I'm watching gets really, really bad anyway. You can see I'm being more careful this time, and that's why I'm not on fuck all HP. Oh good, this is the level where you get the Super Shotgun. So I have a theory about the Super Shotgun. I haven't written this yet. Probably going to write for another thing that I want to do at some point. And basically, until you get the Super Shotgun in whatever WAD you're playing, you're the hunted. Like, the demons, feels like the demons have an advantage on you. And then when you get the Super Shotgun, you just feel way ahead, because you do so much damage at like a variable number of ranges. Like, there's a reason that you get the Super Shotgun after you get the rocket launcher, even in base Doom 2, because it's just so good. It's better than the rocket launcher, it does more damage than the rocket launcher, and it's a bit more variable, and it doesn't have the downsides that the rocket launcher has. Obviously the rocket launcher fires faster and is better at range, but the Super Shotgun just, it's just the truth, man. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, I've already hit it. Speaking of the rocket launcher, hello! Okay, so I also want to hit... Hold on. I'll move this down. Oh, good stuff. Save, all that. I was pretty lucky that some of my stuff actually did go up during E3, like the Vice piece went up during E3, but I assume it was planned to go up then, or like it had been waited on to go up then. Scheduled might be the word you would use if you were some kind of English using person, instead of these random noises that I like to make with my face. Hello friends! So, new Doom was announced. It's obviously very good. At first when I was watching it, I thought I'd not say fucked it, but that they'd definitely not gone as heavy with the themes of the original Doom as I would. But having rewatched a bunch of footage, and especially when they showed the Hell stuff later on in the day, I think they're doing a good job. And obviously my approval is all they really need, so now that they've got that, they can continue making the game. But there was just like really small stuff that I really liked seeing. There was when he fell from a distance, he got like this notification that said like impact something, impact registered, or impact absorbed, I think, which would suggest there's going to be little or no falling damage in the game, and that's really important because they're going to add verticality, which is cool, and they've added a double jump, which is very cool. Like, that's exactly what I would add to Doom. But shit, hell. The fuck is firing at me? Oh, it's that. Get fucked, lol. Where was I? I was talking about the double jump, wasn't I? But like, you can't fall to your death in Doom. Like, you die in Doom because something hit you with a like giant rocket launcher, not because you like failed a platforming puzzle. There are bits in Doom where you fail a platforming puzzle and you therefore die. Tricks and Traps is the famous one in Doom 2, I think it's like the 6th level. Where if you fail like this shitty this is a very pointless fight. This shitty platforming puzzle right at the end of what is otherwise a pretty interesting level, you are trapped in a pit with a bunch of lava and then you die. And it's like, okay, cheers, well done. Not what you should have done. Okay, so is that all the enemies defeated? It is. Now I know that there is another switch to get that to go down. I think you can see it from up there. Hit that one. Hit that one. Unless I need to hit that again. No. I think I found this one completely by accident. Or I will have hit it with an AoE weapon the first time I was playing. Bit of a void over there. I got 20 more seconds. It's not like I really need the health anyway. Alright, let's get out of here. So I really like this level as well. It's so small, but it's got so much well put together action in it. It's not just like a small slaughter map. Will it be better than the movie? Well, much like the movie, it's getting better every time I see it. Which is a very disturbing thing about the movie, because I'm not sure what it says about the movie or me. That every time I see it, I think it's a bit better than the last time I saw it. Because I started quite low on it, and I thought even the first-person sequence was quite bad, and I still think the first-person sequence actually isn't very good. But it has Carl Urban in it, and it's quite difficult to hate anything with Carl Urban in it. Because he's a pretty fantastic guy, really, and a reasonably good actor. And I say good, I don't know if he's technically judging that, but he can kind of take a stupid action role and do something with it that isn't utterly terrible. And that is a talent that not everybody has. For example, like I don't think Tom Hardy is particularly good in action roles. I think he's good at some of the acting that it requires, but I don't think he can deliver one-liners as well as many other actors of that sort. Which is why he has to be in actually good movies instead of making good out of trash. There you go. It was very good as Bane. That's why I don't judge movies, incidentally. And stick to games. Not smart enough for movies. Possibly too smart. Depends who you ask, really. Man, the work people are doing with the sound that Doom is capable of is pretty impressive. As impressive as everything else that people are doing with the Doom engine, admittedly. So hopefully this will go away as I start streaming more, but I'm so aware of how much I'm breathing. And how much noise it might or might not be making. Because I know that when I breathe I sound like an absolute fucking idiot. Because I breathe through my mouth so much, because my nose is fucked all the time. My allergies and such, including now. Why is it fucked now, you might ask? Well, the same reason that the space behind me looks so dull and bland. And that's because I've just moved house. I say just. Reasonably recently. Hello. Hello. I'll let you fight, actually. Which am I do after this or not? I'm really going to have to get the UI fixed for the next stream I do. Probably just do the first episode of this tonight. Wow, I'd forgotten how many enemies it spawned when you press that button. Holy shit. Get wrecked. So this was one of the problems with Doom. It was like, you see how I'm like firing the super shotgun and like 17 fucking things are dying at once? The new Doom doesn't have that. And in fact, there was a point where he hit a basic enemy, or what I assume is a basic enemy, with the shotgun, and it did not die. And that is a fucking heinous crime. Like, imps die to the shotgun. That's like a rule of Doom. And I know this makes me sound like one of those fucking nostalgia-touting morons. But, like, this isn't nostalgia. This is me playing a game that I haven't really played in, like, fucking years. Because it's really fucking good. Like, until the last, like, 3 months or so, I hadn't played a Doom in, like, years and years. And then I went to Rezzed, and I played Adventures of Square there, and I was like, holy shit, Doom is rad. Came home, completed Adventures of Square, and then I asked for more recommendations. I think I ended up playing Going Down, which is a very interesting but very difficult WAD. And then Jerry put me onto this, and Lunatic. So, while I may sound like I'm just, all in on the nostalgia, it's really more about... Oh, hello. Oh, shit. It's really just that it's an incredibly good game. Especially with a certain numbers of modern features. And so I really want to see that played out with, a bunch of advantages that you can get from actually using a modern engine instead of just playing with an old one, and seeing what, really long-time experienced game developers can do with a Doom-style game. And they're definitely getting some of it right. Like, I think the speed is just about there. But there's a bunch of other stuff I'd want them to work on. Enemies definitely have too much health. They definitely have too much health, and there aren't enough of them. And the other thing that's pretty vital, and this wasn't actually in the one of the things I wrote about it, on Games Radar I wrote about what Doom should and shouldn't do, basically. This is before it was announced, or before it was revealed properly even. And the difficulty level shouldn't govern how much health things have, it should just govern how many there are of them. Oh shit, I forgot what these. Hello! So these are new to Valiant. And they look like little floating heads from the Arachnotron spider robot things. And the reason that they look like that is because that's what they are. And in fact, later on, I think all Arachnotrons have a chance to launch one from their skull when they die. I'm not sure exactly what governs it. I think it is just like an RNG thing, like 1 in 4 or 1 in 2 or something. But I did notice at one point that the more damage I did to them, the less likely they were to spit one out, so that was useful. Sorry, just reading. Can't hear breathing on stream. That's fucking great. What do you think about the new Masters of Orion game? Oh yeah, I saw this was announced, and I think the trailer they did for it is fucking terrible. And real, that feels like trading on nostalgia versus, say, the announcement of Doom 4, which, fucking hell, which, while being nostalgic, correct, which, while being nostalgic, at least they had gameplay, and quite a bit of it too, whereas the Masters of Orion thing was just remember when games were good, we're going to do that again. And that's really not what I'm about. But I hope it's good, because I've heard you raving about it in the past. Large Vile, it's an absolute cock. I wonder if he's there on non-ultraviolence. Yeah, so I hope it's good, at least. But I'm not super invested in it, so obviously I'm not that bothered if it's bad. There's a lot of very, very good games coming out in the next 12 months. I think it's probably going to be the best time for games ever. Certainly, as good as something 2007, people always quote. I wasn't really conscious enough of the scene at the time. I was just pretty much playing WoW and not having any money and not owning a console. But it's certainly the right amount of time since the new consoles came out, and there's a lot of really interesting things going on in the space, and there's lots of new developers coming on the scene that have really interesting opinions on how games should be made, and what kind of people they are, and very diverse and all that sort of thing. So I'm really, really excited for the next 12 months of games, and the previous 6 are really good as well. So this 18-month stretch I think is going to be really, really good. Hopefully I have a computer to run some of those games. I'm already way behind, but never mind. And obviously spending time playing Doom isn't really helping it. There you go. He died, and thankfully he didn't vomit out his head. However, I'm about to vomit out all of my health. Oh fucking hell, is this really... Let's save. Let's save on 8 health and 3 armor. I'm sure that will be fine. Hello. He turned. He turned. Yeah, the last couple of years have been pretty good. There we go. HP, armor, this, that. Now let's play How Do We Open This? Oh, it's a secret here, but well, I'm not picking that up. Man, I definitely found more secrets the first time I threw this. Nah, fuck it. I'm sure we'll be fine. Hello. Fuck revenants in the face forever. Cool. Two left of some kind. No, there's plenty of health scattered around here, so I don't mind that much. Go here, I do. There we go. There's not really enough ammo. Oh, is this level? I'm gonna say that a lot because all of the levels in this game are incredibly good. But this level is especially good. There's just a really nice layout to it. Like this goes all the way down there. I don't think it's a mirror. It's like quite different actually. That was the other thing that I wasn't too hyped about the new Doom was the colours. Somebody made an image, went semi-viral on Twitter, that basically was all the kind of saturation turned up or turned down. The colours, the amount of colours turned up on the new Doom, and it was, I think it looked a lot better personally, but I do just think it needs, like, it isn't a lot more, it just needs a bit more. Because it doesn't, like, on this you can tell, like, where everything is immediately, and all the colours are, like, totally different. Stuff picked out from the background really well. Like, I can tell immediately, like, what anything is, as soon as I see it, at pretty much any range, because everything contrasts with the background so well, and everything has such an individual, like, figure. Whereas in the new Doom, there was, like, especially in the hell bit, there were points where I was just like, I had no idea what I was looking at, basically. Steam Minigun is really good against these, because they have no fucking HP. That's good, because they do a fucking billion damage. Hello. Now, I was hoping that would hit the guy in front of me that I then killed, which was probably very foolish, to be honest. Oh, I have no HP, holy shit. So I'm dead. Shit. Wrecked. What's been said about how Doom isn't about violence, it's about speed, and those are relevant points to make, but I think it's about both, pretty much. And while I think the focus on the chainsaw, well, it's really bad. In the new demo, the Hell demo particularly, was quite poor. Like, 'cause I just don't think the chainsaw is an interesting weapon in either game. I think the executions and stuff are really cool. Particularly not like the really gory ones, but kind of the efficient ones I really like. Like, there's the one where he, like, rips the heart out of the mancubus and shoves it down its throat. That one I wasn't so hot on, like, that one just seems like gore for gore's sake. But there's a bit in one of the videos where he jumps onto an imp's head, and, like, as he lands, he just, like, crushes its skull or whatever. and that I think is really cool and like a really interesting thing to put in the game. So I think I'd prefer if they were like contextual rather than kind of these things that you like once they get to a certain health. Ooh, you can do a kill animation on them. Ooh. But I also think they're cool and I think they fit the game quite well. And I think I have very obvious opinions about violence in games based on that I don't think I really need to go into. Particularly against demons in games. And there definitely comes a point where violence is okay, and I think against demons there's some way past that point. Depends what they do with it, of course. Demon is just a term for something that looks a certain way, or sorry, it's from a certain place, so they can make that look quite whatever they want, and if they ended up looking far more realistic and like human beings, then I probably wouldn't approve quite as much. Because it's not about fantasy violence to human beings, it's just about fantasy violence. Now, if I'm brightly, there's a switch here somewhere. There it is. Oh. Now, which opens something up over here, maybe? No. Over here, maybe? Oh no, it opens that up. There we go. You can get up here. Plasma gun. There we go. Oh, look at that, baby. On a podcast I was listening to today, I think it was Craig and Crowbell, they were talking about how the plasma gun wasn't very interesting in the Doom footage, and I don't disagree with that. Like, it wasn't very powerful. And it didn't sound very powerful, most importantly. Well, I need to use more rocket ammo. Well, it's because I haven't picked up the backpack yet. I think I will do that soon. This area is a pain in the ass because of these crusher things, which are always a pain in the ass whenever they're in a section of Doom. Unsurprisingly. And because of that guy. Oh, hello! Please. Yeah, like MK goes far too far with it. And like the violence against humans in that is part of the reason that I don't like it very much, like I was saying earlier. Oh, I don't think I did the secret, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, I've done the secret, I just haven't picked up the stuff. Like, the point is still to kill the thing, not to make it feel pain, and to do it in a cool way. At least, you know, this is how I feel about it. So, like, the really gratuitous stuff isn't what I'm all about. But I think at least some of it's going to come from that direction. Which, I mean, is a choice, and I don't think it's an irrelevant one, but it's a bit of a shit. So I think this guy's going to spawn when I run past here. Yes, yes. No, lol. Die, 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 die. Yay, he flinched. So, there's a flinch chance in this game. Whenever you hit anything, there's a chance for it to just stop doing whatever it's doing and go, ow, my face! Like when they blink like that. And for most things, it seems to be about, like, near 100%. Most, like, normal-sized enemies. But for Archviles, it's fucking tiny! It's something like 10%, if not less. So that you can't just interrupt their really, really long attack animation. Obviously a good idea by ID on that one. But it means that when you do get them to flinch, it feels like a victory, like it did just then. Part of the reason I haven't used the rocket launcher in this level is because it's nearly fucking unusable in this level, because everything is right next to you all of the time. Hello! Yeah, guess what, I knew it was there. It was him. I have this, don't I? Whoa! As well as this does. Doesn't even give me a secret for that. What a load of old tosh. I don't know how many kills we got. 130 or 138. Oh shit. Ah, I don't have any machine gun ammo because I used it all. So we'll use this gun instead. You know what? We can just get out of here. Goodbye forever! Oh man, this level, Jesus, this took me forever. Alright, this one where we stop, because this did legitimately take me fucking years the first time I played it. So did the final countdown, I finished that in like one go yesterday, so... Save up here. This is just a very, very big level, filled with a lot of stuff. What was it, 238 kills? That's like as big as the biggest levels in Doom 2, I think. Yeah, notice how low my health is already. Shit, no, that's fine. No, please stop. There's just loads of wide open areas like this as well. And while I think you're advantaged over enemies in wide open areas, it depends on the enemies. Not exactly what types they are and how many there are, because there's lots of them you'll catch in the crossfire. Right. Shit. Here, go here, get wrecked on fucking everything, wow. Well. You know what you meant to do in this area? You want to pull this one, gun out. I need to do something like this. I suppose there's something else still there, but I couldn't tell you what it was. I think maybe you eventually remove those sides so you can dive into this area. No, don't really want to go that way. Ooh, bullets. I like bullets. Don't know where I'm getting shot from. Right, what's that up here? Oh, hello. Yeah, very good. Pick up my health, that's probably good. Let's go over here. Cool, sweet. Save again, even though we're on fuck all health. You might be appealing to the wrong English accented guy right there, mate, but fair enough. Unless the Ouijas are in fact the horrible horde of demons that I'm facing, in which case, yeah, fair enough. Oh, I'm using this gun. There we go. So there's a really good level for it in Lunatic actually, and I think it's the one that Valiant uses as a base for one of its later levels as well. That really does a really good job of showing off moving around and dodging between incoming fire and that sort of thing, which is just a really cool thing in Doom that you don't really get elsewhere very much. Shit, ow, Jesus Christ. but like loads and loads of projectiles coming towards you, and them being relatively slow, like very, very dodgeable ones. But like the number of them being the problem, and trying to dodge them in such a way that you don't run into then the oncoming fire of other things, is something I find cool in Doom. One of the many things. Something I don't find cool in Doom is these guys. Hello. So you end up, as you play more Doom, you end up being able to track where these are, based on A, whether you've heard them explode yet, and B, just on the amount of time you've been running away from them and the way you will think they've moved. And then you have to try and run them into walls, obviously. But then sometimes you just can't even dodge a Mancubus rocket, so there you go. Man, if I come up here for no fucking reason, would not be the first time, believe me. Ow! That was really dumb. It's really dumb. Oops, somebody's messing with me. Now I'm probably going to fuck up the fight against these guys. The reason I save scum so much is because I'm not very good at Doom, but I really like playing it on the highest difficulty, because Doom's all about how many enemies you're facing at once, in my opinion, or one of the many things it's all about. Please, mate. Okay, cool. Okay, let's not do that again. Let's just sprint over here like this. Oh man, it's this level. Damn, I've forgotten so much about this game. Holy shit. Wow, dead as fuck. Shit. Do I have the blue key? I do not. Right, so now we want to go all the way down here. For what, if I remember rightly, is quite a big fight. Yep. So whenever you see a Megasphere, that means there's a big fight about to happen. I think it's happening here. Yeah, I was right. This guy is now going to get wiped out by all his friends. Except now invisible again, so that's bad. That is really bad. Holy piss. Come on, fight each other, don't fight me. Actually, go run for this, I think. I'm probably going to die here as soon as he starts shooting again. Yeah, there we go. Oh, what am I going to do about that? Better gun, I think. So he comes down on that thing, yeah. So I'd say the Spider Mastermind is probably the most deadly enemy in Doom, because I mean all he actually has is a chain gun, which loads of different enemies have, or at least lower level enemies have. But it's because he's got so much fucking health, and they always obviously it's about how he's used as well. Okay. He's always in rooms like this where he can try and track you quite easily. Right. And I'm told, but I haven't really experienced it that much because it's not the sort of WAD I've played, that WADs with boss levels will usually just like a Spider Mastermind shootout, where for some reason you won't be able to deal with the Spider Mastermind very well, and therefore it'll be a very hard level. One of Valiant's few weaknesses is how bad its final level is. It is not a Spider Mastermind shootout, but it isn't particularly interesting either. fuck? Like, think about the number of enemies that are just in this arena. There's this little fight I'm doing here, and the way that the way the game is designed, and the way that they are armed, and the way that I'm armed, and how that all comes together to mean that it's like an interesting fight instead of being just being like, well, you better duck behind that thing to regenerate your health, and then it's just about, you know, staying mobile and having reasonably good aim. But it's probably because the Doom engine wasn't designed with strafing in mind particularly, and being able to look around as easily as mouse movement makes it. But that's why people like Paul and, you know, other good WAD makers will design levels in such a way that it I'll get there. 1 second. Makes up for is the meaning of the word that I'm looking for. Anyway, it makes up for the fact that you have, you know, compensates. There we go. Compensates for the fact that you are it's a lot easier for you to aim, a lot easier for you to circle strafe. And the way it does that is mostly with large number of enemies. And with good layout of areas and that sort of thing. But it just makes the levels really well designed and really interesting to look at and really interesting to move around and have cool environmental storytelling in them because of how little storytelling there is in the game. And one of the things we don't really know about the new Doom yet, based on the footage that we've had so far, is like kind of how the plot of it's going to work, assuming there is a plot. Now, if there's no plot at all, that would be fine, but I expect there's going to be. And if anything other than the intro and the outro is like more than 30 seconds of control being taken away from you, I think that would be a failure. I think that would be against what Doom is about, and I think it would definitely not suit the type of game they're making. Before I would say the type of game that they should be making, but, you know, now based on the footage that we've seen, I think you can pretty easily say that, you know, a cutscene wouldn't really fit in the world that they've created within that. In this kind of, you know, ultra-violent, super fast, double jumping, running around at the speed of sound world that they've now built up. So, like, the point of this level is to find all the keys to flip that switch that was up on the high ground that we saw before. And so I think you can do it in pretty much a number of routes, but I usually just do Doom levels in the order that I found them. So I want to get back up there and then head along there. But there's another way I can go, which I'll probably do first, which is into that courtyard bit that's like all centered off in the middle. We'll down see in a second. Not that way, that way. So you fall down here and you pick up all this, and all of this shit spawns, and you get out of there as fast as you can. Use the minigun to sort them out. Well, just look at the number of things I've killed in the last, what, like 20 seconds. That's like, that is now pretty unique in a game. When you're not in like a turret section or something. And okay, you know, it sounds ridiculous to say, oh, look how many things I've killed, isn't it cool? But it's just like something you can't get elsewhere. And Bulletstorm is one of my favourite games of the last few years, because it had a Doom-like feel, but it still wasn't about like killing loads and loads of monsters. It was just kind of about being fast and cool while you did it, which is something really, really different from that, and could be used separately, as Bulletstorm showed, and as a number of games have showed. Like there are a lot of games where you get to be cool and fast, but there aren't a lot of them which do it while letting you kill like shitloads of enemies. Killing shitloads of enemies is what I'm all about. Love killing monsters, it's the best. So, there is a secret up there, and I think I no-clipped to it last time I played this, and I have no fucking idea how you're meant to go up there. Maybe... I'm just gonna pick these up. Maybe you... Wow, this level's got such chill beats. I think you can get onto there, but don't know. Pick up this armor. Well, I have like no HP. Probably should have saved that armor actually. Whatever. Okay, let's get this done. So I just kind of save out of habit in this game now. Whenever I feel like I'm in a safe position, just because I don't like dying and repeating stuff. one of the reasons that took me a while to get into Dark Souls, I was going to say I never got into Dark Souls, but I kind of did, was because I really just hate repeating areas. Like, I don't mind trying to get really, really good at something, but repeating an area in a game where it isn't like a time trial type thing, it's just about doing it, just really pisses me off. But it is odd, because I do like games like Anne and Super Meat Boy quite a lot, but I think there's like an additional challenge element to them. Kind of a like doing it fast element, and you do feel invulnerable in those games when you move fast. And also, like, you don't die slowly in Super Meat Boy, like, or whatever. You take, like... Can I dive over to that? Yeah, you take one hit and you die, whereas something like Dark Souls or something like this, it's a lot more difficult. How strange. Yeah, see, I can get to there, but I think you're meant to get down onto that platform once you've got this armor, and I just have no idea how you're meant to get the armor in the first place. Oh Christ! So obviously the red key is in the middle of that mess of enemies. Shit. Pillars plus revenants is actually a pretty common thing you see, because they interact in a number of different ways. Because, like, if you get stuck on the pillars, you're completely fucked, because their bullets have, all been chasing you this whole time. So enough with that. You done? Oh shit. No is the answer. We do have all 3 keys, however. So we're just gonna fucking sprint the fuck out of here. Let's go this way. Oh. Help me. You can get up to there as well. Can't remember how though. Can't remember how. I did all this ages ago. So I'm just not shooting these guys because they have more health than I want to deal with. To be honest, I don't need to, because I'm already that scared. Hello. And then Cubian candidate. I think this is the last episode of the last level of the episode, even. So what you can't do, basically, is kill the mancubuses, or let them get killed. And if you do, I can't remember how it kills you. I'll find out. Just need to hoover up all of this health. Yeah, I definitely wasn't doing that officially. Right. So, like, it gives you this big sign that says "Don't kill the mancubi." Oh, does it just let them out if you kill the mancubi? I don't remember. Don't remember. Yes, there's all these guys who can't see you. Ah, there you go. So if you kill this mancubus, what happens? Yeah, it spawns in shitloads of chain gunners. I think it's very weird. It's a very, very strange little bit of the game. I'll work it out as I go. I'll work the bits of it out that I've forgotten as I go. Oh, it didn't spawn behind me. Oh no, there it is. Wow. Ow, 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 ow. Then what we're going to do is we're going to save, we're going to find out what happens when you kill this guy. yeah, it spawns loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of archviles at you, and then you die. Which are the archviles we saw in the chambers earlier. Probably stop shooting them, would probably be the best. Nope. Nope. But this seems to be the level that people get really, really high on when they play the WAD, at least ones that have that are like really into WADs anyway, people on the Doom WAD forums and stuff. Oops, on the Doom World forums even. Based on what people are saying there, I don't know how reliable source of good WADs they are, but 53 Alpha control will be fine. Probably upload this to YouTube. That's got a pretty good video. Let's see. I need to work out how to do it, but I'm sure I can science that out somehow. Beyond my powers. So the other thing you have to stop happening is the Mancubus is getting killed by infighting. As you can imagine, it can be really fucking difficult. But I guess we'll see. Nope, he died, and now I'm dead. So that's why you can't really leave anything in this level, like you have to fight stuff as it appears, because otherwise it'll aggro onto a Mancubus. Fuck that. Jesus. And they'll kill the Mancubus and then you'll die. Just like me. Everyone would be dead, kids! Now I've got to try and keep these guys off the Mancubus. This bit, don't know if this bit's well designed, to be honest. It's tough and annoying to manipulate. And being annoying is the one thing I can't stand in Doom. Because it's very, very easy to not be annoying when you're making a Doom level. But it's one of those things that will come by... Jesus, he must be on so low health. I'm going to save anyway. Like an idiot. That's probably a really dumb save, actually. Jesus Christ. Yeah, especially based on how much HP I have. Still trying to keep this guy safe. Oh god, my nose. I'm very ill. I say very ill, reasonably ill. Please. Other thing. Oh Jesus. Oh Christ. Good. Die, 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 die. Fucked it. This level. And also these saves. Wow. Please. You will notice me actually duck and weave like a moron when I dodge Revenant fireballs, because that's how much I hate them. They give me a physical reaction. For WADs, I know that like people will post runs of them. Jerry, the guy that put me onto this and that I played some of his work, did a run of like was trying to speedrun Lunatic, but I don't know exactly how widespread like speedrunning them in general is. Fuck, he died. Oh, piss! I don't know if I'm going to be able to stop that from happening. Cut it out, mate. Maybe I can. Go this way first. Oh. I thought more stuff than that spawned when I took that key. Certainly felt like more stuff than that spawned. Yeah. Sorry, concentrating quite hard with my 9 HP. So now and then you'll see the gentleman getting up out of the arachnotrons. Right, 11 HP, very low health Mancubus. I'm sure it'll be fine. Now if I remember rightly, that means it makes it so you can kill them if you want to. Oh, it's this bit. So, this is really clever, like what he's done there with the lighting. I just haven't seen anything really like that before. I'd forgotten there was a cyber demon in here, holy piss. I have a BFG. Yeah, I do. So he's gonna get wrecked, to be honest. Well, you just wasted that, to be honest. But there you go. I did. I can't believe that's the Doom engine though, it's just amazing. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, he's giving you kind of infinite health there, so it's not that bad. But never mind, let's just get out of here. And then it death triggers you. And then you get this for some reason. Because there is a plot to this. It's about a virus called Valiant that's cybernetically changing people. Oh, no, sorry, not people. Cybernetically changing these demon hordes into this even more horrifying force to face, which is why some of the enemies are different from default Doom and stuff. I go design skill control. And that is the end of episode 1 of Valiant. there's 4 episodes. That was a different breed. And I'll probably download the actual release version of Valiant, because if I remember rightly, this is release candidate 3 instead of the default version, like the base version. But that's the end of my stream for today. Because we've been live for like an hour and a quarter. So everybody enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow probably, because that'll be when I feel like streaming some more. Goodbye forever!